Now, Cressida, on to one of the hardest things to value this evening, but value it we must. A story in the Times about a segment in Antiques Roadshow.
Yes, Antiques Roadshow expert refuses to value slavery disc. So this lady's brought in an old... it's a disc that's got an inscription on it. It turns out this was owned by a Nigerian slave trader. And this guy, Ronnie Archer Morgan, who's the presenter, the antiques expert, he said he's just not prepared to put a price on this because it's disgusting and he doesn't want to value it.
Very upset. I watched the clip. Watch it on the newspaper's website, whatever. He's explaining that his own, I think his great aunt or something, had been a returned slave from Canada to Sierra Leone. I couldn't quite understand but he had some family connection with slavery anyway, of a negative kind, and it was all quite emotional. But I can't help thinking they must encounter quite a few objects over the course of the last 30 years or so of Antiques Roadshow, which have some kind of connection with dark practices of one kind or another.
Highly likely.
You know, murder weapons, very probably, or, I don't know...
Classic novels.
belonging to people who had made their money in that field, anyway.
Yeah.
It's not as if even, like, your Josiah Wedgwood potteries, probably working conditions were not significantly different from that of slavery for a lot of the poorest there. I don't know, what do you think? It does feel a little bit precious.
Well, it's provoked a conversation, hasn't it? Which is, I'm always saying, you know, put a plaque on it, talk about what it is rather than hide it away. Good that they did it. What would have been more interesting, and what he didn't seem able to do, was to identify exactly what it was. It was connected with slavery, and it was engraved on ivory, and he sort of emphasised that they, you know, Antiques Roadshow find that abhorrent as well. Well, of course, you know. Like Antiques Roadshow, there's something to find abhorrent in virtually everything you handle, isn't there? Yeah. You know, whether it be teak from you know...
I'm making a long list of which TV shows don't like slavery, and it's good to know Antiques Roadshow. Still waiting to find out about Songs of Praise, but I'm hoping, fingers crossed, we know which way it's
Peter,
going to
I seem to remember, was always a bit like 50-50.
But it's worth remembering it's a TV show. It's not as if you actually took it to be valued and they refused. You took it on a TV show and they made a deal out of it.
The woman paid £3 for it at some kind of market stall or something. It's not as if it'd been passed down to her through her ancestors who...
No, they made that very clear.
From his cold, dead hands. Anyway...